Hello and welcome to episode 106 of Green Herb Gaming. It is quarter to 1 in Ireland, at least, anyway, and I am playing Crash Bandicoot N-Sane Trilogy, and I am trying to blow up a crazy, literally crazy, because he even has a straitjacket on him, a crazy kangaroo, or to be precise, a crazy ripper-roo. He's the first main boss of the game, and this boss, as well as the game, is surprisingly difficult. Especially surprising to me because I've never played much of Crash Bandicoot. So the challenge of this game is really surprising me a lot, actually. It's kind of annoying how much it's surprising me. I mean, I wouldn't mind if I had played the game years ago and I knew how difficult it was. You know, it would give me a bit of a heads up at least, but you know, I'm starting to call Crash Bandicoot the Dark Souls of platforming. I don't know if that's going a bit too far, but it's just so difficult. Surprisingly difficult. I even think people who did play Crash Bandicoot years ago, you know, I think they probably forgot how difficult this game was. They're probably so used to playing, you know, like modern Mario games and Sonic games and Rayman, and they just expect the kind of, I wouldn't say a walk in the park, but Christ, compared to Crash Bandicoot, it fucking would be a walk in the park. But I don't know, I suppose people who played Crash Bandicoot years ago and played more, I suppose the word I would use is played more accessible platforming games like modern Mario and Sonic and Rayman games, and then they go back and, you know, then they buy the, you know, the N-Sane Trilogy, the remaster of this game, and they just say to themselves, okay, I forgot how difficult this game was. But for me, I had no idea how difficult it was because I never actually played Crash Bandicoot. I'm not going to repeat the entirety of my previous video, but I was more of a Spyro the Dragon guy, so I didn't play very much of Crash Bandicoot. So the difficulty has really surprised me. Like this boss, this is the first boss in the game, the first main boss. I don't know, there's like a mid-boss early on in this stage, this world, but this is the main boss. It took me like a quarter of an hour to realise I can actually hide in these little openings. Like, I don't know if it's the fact that I'm bad at the game, I don't know if it's the fact that I'm tired, or it's the fact that this game is just genuinely difficult, but I just seem to be having a very hard time taking down this crazy kangaroo. You know, I said that I was more of a Spyro the Dragon guy and that I didn't play very much of Crash Bandicoot, but I don't exactly hate the game. I don't have anything particularly against the game. In fact, I'm actually quite enjoying the game, to be honest with you. Because I grew up playing platforming games. Sonic the Hedgehog and Sega Master System, as many people know, is my first video game. So I grew up with platforming games. I like platforming games. And when it comes to PlayStation, like, I think these type of games, like these, you know, the Crash Bandicoot, the Spyro the Dragon, you know, those are classic PlayStation games. So It's nice to have that classic PlayStation feeling again after so many years, you know. Like I recently played even Ratchet and Clank. No, I never played the original Ratchet and Clank on PlayStation 2 either, but I did like it. So I bought the what would you call that? It's not even a remaster. It's more of a kind of reimagining kind of thing. But anyway, I had that on PlayStation 4, and I enjoy that as well. So I like those classic, you know, PlayStation platforming games. And you can't get any more classic platforming than Crash Bandicoot. I think I've been battling this boss battle for like over a half hour now, to be honest with you. So I am having a late night session of Crash and Bandicoot N-Sane Trilogy. I should point out to maybe people like myself who aren't particularly huge fans of the Crash Bandicoot series, who might be up there with the series. I'm actually playing the original Crash Bandicoot because it is a trilogy, the N-Sane Trilogy, so you actually get the first 3 games. But I played the first game, Crash Bandicoot. And I'm playing very bad at the moment, to be honest with you. Fucking kangaroo. Like I don't know, I just don't want to study his pattern. I just couldn't be bothered, like. But he does have a pattern, like, so if I figured out the pattern, I'd know when to hit the TNT and stuff, you know, but I just couldn't care less. You know, I'll get him eventually, that's my motto. And get off. That's my motto on games, you know. I get the bastard eventually. Might take some people quicker, but I don't care. You know, I think I said this about Ratchet and Clank when I was playing that game as well. And I'll say it again playing Crash Bandicoot. You know, like, I've nothing against these games, but in a gaming world of, you know, The Last of Us, Uncharted, you know, Battlefield, these kind of like serious, kind of like dark toned, like ultra realistic, like cinematic experiences. Like it's nice to get a break from those type of games and to return to the colourful, you know, unrealistic, you know, kangaroo hopping, TNT exploding, you know, crazy gameplay of Crash Bandicoot. A video game. I'm not bashing, you know, The Last of Us, Uncharted or Battlefield, but it's just nice to play a video game, you know, something that's not realistic, something that's not, you know, dark toned and, you know, cinematic. Just something you can play and have fun playing it. And finally, I have defeated this crazy fucking kangaroo. I told you I'd get him eventually. Alright, so what happens now? Do I get my blue crystal or something? Okay. I'm gonna go back to quick. Like basically, like I'm a completionist, okay? I wonder, did I go back? To... Ah, fuck it, I'm lost. I'm confused. I want to collect everything. Put the Rolling Stones there for a second. I want to collect everything. Collect all the see, unlock a new path by earning the blue gem elsewhere. What is the blue gem and where is the blue gem? That would be a nice hint. You know? But yeah, apparently you can't collect everything in the stage. Like, it's not as easy as that. Like there's 87 crates in this stage, but apparently you can't get all those crates. I don't know, at the beginning of the game, like you just have to, I don't know, find some blue gem. Oh shit. Fuck's sake, does that count as... It should count as a crate, shouldn't it? Oh, fuck's sake. You know, speaking of The Last of Us, even though that was about 10 minutes ago, but yeah, I mentioned earlier, I mentioned Crash, what am I saying? I mentioned The Last of Us earlier, oh for fuck's sake, and I said that games like The Last of Us, they obviously focus on a very kind of cinematic, kind of like dark, serious tone. So it's crazy when you realise that the same people who made that game actually made Crash Bandicoot. Mental. And you know, it's a great game, The Last of Us, no doubt about it. But it's just nice to get a break from those type of games and to just play a game like Crash Bandicoot, you know. Where the emphasis is fun, really. Not to say that The Last of Us isn't fun, just like, but it's hardly the main focus of the game, like, is it? I mean, the main focus of a game like The Last of Us is like to create this movie-like experience, like it. Yeah, you know what I mean. Oh, what the fuck? interesting to see how the average modern gamer plays a game like Crash Bandicoot N-Sane Trilogy. The kind of gamer who, you know, grew up with first-person shooters, because towards the early 2000s and onwards, platforming games started to kind of fade away, and first-person shooters, you know, started to come along, and they kind of became the new platforming games. They became the game of choice, basically, or the genre of choice. But anyway, so it would be entertaining to see how that type of gamer fares with a game like Crash Bandicoot. You know, this very precise platforming game, precise as in every jump you make in the game is just so fucking precise, like not just that though, but just it's a different type of game, different pace, you know. It would be interesting. And like, you know, if they didn't make a jump, I wonder would they blame lag? Even though it's a single player game with absolutely no online connection whatsoever. Like if they didn't make this jump, you know, lag. No, see this fucking thing here, the blue icon, blue yucky bob. Like, what the hell, like where's the blue gem, like? That's what I can't understand. And there's 3 of those yolks. I can't seem to find the 3rd one. Oh, fuck. So maybe it's hidden around somewhere. No, I should have actually paid attention when this game was being shown to me. But yeah, I kind of regret now that I didn't. Fuck's sake, anyway. Maybe I'll just move on to the next level, and then maybe I'll take a break. I missed 23 boxes. Yeah, it definitely would be amazing to see how a modern gamer fares with Crash Bandicoot. Crash Bandicoot, this game, the N-Sane Trilogy, it's doing very well over here, like in the UK and Ireland. In fact, it's #1 in the charts for the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever it's been. So it's obviously, like, people are obviously picking up this game, everyone. So I swear to God, I just think that would be so interesting to see, like, when I say a modern gamer, I mean, like, you know, kind of gamer like who grew up playing games like, you know, Call of Duty or whatever, like someone who just spends their time playing Grand Theft Auto 5 online or FIFA, you know, that type of gamer, really, you know? That's why I say a modern gamer. Just basically somebody who didn't grow up with platforming games. probably somebody who probably doesn't even know what a fucking platformer is. I just would really like to see how they play a game like Crash Bandicoot N-Sane Trilogy. Be interesting. It would be entertaining. Anyway, I'm gonna move on now to this stage, the Lost City. All I fucking want is a blue gem. Break every box without dying to earn a special. Oh. Interesting. Is that just for this level no work or what, like? I wonder. No, that I didn't know. Break every box without dying to get a special gem. Okay, what the fuck? No, I think that's for every level. I am going to go back to the fucking... No, but that's at every... Wait, no. That's at every box. But I won't be able to get... I'm fucking confused now. Does that mean I have to get every single... Like... Do I have to get every single box there is without dying? Or just... Ah, fuck it. This game has me confused. I'm not used to this, like... Most platforming games, you have everything in the level they collect, and it's just a matter of finding it. But this is just... What the fuck? What happened there? But this is different. This is like... I don't know, it's fucking confusing to be honest with you. Oh wait. I'm gonna see what happens if I get every box without dying here. I don't know what it fucking means, like, to be honest with you. It's fucking crazy. Complete 3. Okay. See, I didn't know that now. Collect every box without dying. But what if I got that gem already? Like, what if I actually did it already? Like, so basically, I can't die. It's all like. I hope no, that special gem is the blue gem. Then again, I don't even know if it actually is the blue gem I actually need. Like, I just don't have a clue. Like, ah, fuck it anyway. Right, try again. That's the first level, by the way. Like, the first fucking level. Like, Christ Almighty. Alright, this is the last time. This is the last time I'll try it. Come on now. fuck. Ah, you fuck off, you fucking... Oh, Jesus Christ, like... 49. One more time. Jesus Christ. This is the leaderboard for this level. Oh. I won't do a time trial just yet, but it's a handy feature nonetheless. Actually, go on. For fucking hell. Oh, I don't know. No, that didn't count because, yeah. Realizes that Crash Bandicoot actually looks like somebody I know. It's actually freaky, to be honest with you. Oh, Jesus. Oh, fuck off. That's enough of that now for one night. Thank you for watching. I will be back. I enjoy Crash Bandicoot. It's a nice, fun, challenging platforming game. Just unfortunately, you're not the biggest fan of the series. If you ask me, Johnny, what are your favorite platforming games? Platforming games. I would say to you, Sonic, Mario. Um, well, as far as platforming will go, that would be that would be my favorite platforming games. Um, if you said to me what are your favorite series of all time, like on PlayStation, I would say Spyro the Dragon. I would say Resident Evil. I would say Metal Gear Solid, Mortal Kombat. Those are games that I am a fan of. Those are games that I love to play. Um, Crash Bandicoot is just not one of those games. As I said, it's a fun, challenging platforming game that I like to play. Just not a massive fan of the series. I didn't grow up playing it. Didn't even have the original game. Just played a demo of it. I was more of a Spyro the Dragon person. Um, yeah. I don't like how you have to collect something later on in the game that you don't even know what it is to go back to an earlier stage to collect everything in that stage. I just don't get why everything isn't just there. Anyway, it's pretty crazy, but that's that anyway. I'm going to have to end the episode and turn off the PlayStation 4 before I change my mind and end up fucking trying it over and over again. And yeah, so I'll leave it off for another time. So thank you all for watching and goodbye.